Good afternoon, New Zealand. It's Saturday, the 16th of January 2020, just 5 days away from the inauguration of the President of the United States of America. And the show is just beginning. What an exciting week it's been, watching the developments in USA and around the world, in fact. And in the last 48 hours, the show has really gotten going. Why is this so? We've seen resignations around the world, starting with Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, stepping down, announcing her resignation. Estonia's Prime Minister resigns. Italy government collapses as the Renzi party quits. The Dutch government, Prime Minister stands aside on child benefit scandal. Well, hopefully the children will be benefiting now that he's been removed. Also across to the Middle East, Libya, Lebanon and Kuwait, also seeing resignations of their senior leadership, political parties and leaders of the country. Why is this happening, folks? 6 countries there just listed, all in the last 48 hours. Why is this so? Well, it's a worldwide movement of people exodusing in the response to the declassification of information by Donald J. Trump and others in the United States. As part of the presidential handover process, it is important that presidents declassify certain information and go through a process before they leave office. This process is underway, and the president Trump has declassified certain documents. Certain documents are now finding their way into the public domain and through people around the world who are distributing this information and making it known. This includes allegations of some of the most heinous of crimes that you could possibly imagine. So people are running for cover, people are jumping ship. I just wonder how long it's going to be before we see our own Prime Minister announce her resignation, and possibly that of Scott Morrison in Australia. It's all happening, and it's happening for good reason. So these are very, very exciting days, and the next 5 days is just going to provide a great bit of entertainment for those of us who have been watching and waiting and talking about these things, talking about these events, being called conspiracy theorists, being called crazy people for what we've been talking about, when the world is now going through a massive shake-up. In Washington, D.C., right now, folks, there's been the deployment of over 10,000 National Guards. In particular, 400 of Puerto Rican National Guard. Now, this is a very important point to understand why Trump would have sent in 400 Puerto Rican National Guards. We believe, and it's not yet been confirmed by mainstream media and undoubtedly won't be, that President Donald J. Trump has instituted the Insurrection Act, which now gives him full control of all the National Guard of all the states, as well as the military as the Commander-in-Chief. Interestingly too, so-called President-elect Biden was due to do a practice run on his inauguration speech. He's deferred doing that, and there's talk that the entire inauguration is to be postponed a few days. Now, what's going on there, and why does he now not want to take the presidency or wants to push it out? The stated reason was for safety reasons, yet we're talking about 10,000 National Guard already been deployed. How many more do they need to make it safe, for goodness sake? So there's more to this story than what you're being told through the mainstream media. But I can assure you that great things are happening, not only for America, but for the entire world. This is the big shakedown that so many of us have been waiting for so many months. And it's now happening before our eyes. Unfortunately, we are seeing a throttling back of communications, and the various platforms around the world are struggling to meet demand. Twitter did a massive purge of their accounts overnight in the last 24 hours. and has suspended millions of accounts around the world, including many people here in NZ, and will probably continue that process over the next week or two. Facebook, I fully expect to follow suit, and many of us will have our Facebook accounts suspended or deactivated. That could happen any moment, any day, so just expect that to happen. That will probably leave the people on Facebook being just the ones that are getting along with their daily lives and aren't interested in the truth and aren't interested in following anything of the real action of what's happening in the world. So those of us that are followers of the truth and wanting to share with others, we will probably see ourselves fully deplatformed. Many are moving across to platforms such as Telegram and Signal. Now, Signal has been struggling today. I wonder if that's just because so many people are joining up. Telegram was certainly struggling over the last few days in terms of being able to handle the volume of activity and the volume of new sign-ups. I heard something like 5 million had signed up in 72 hours, which, was it 25? Might have been 25 million actually, which is only 5% on top of their existing 500 million users. But obviously 25 million is quite a lot to be adding in 2 or 3 days. So they've added a second arm to their platform called Telegram Z or Telegram 2 or something, and building a bridge between the two. So they are obviously allowing for that growth, and I would encourage everybody to get onto Telegram and get onto Signal and possibly get onto Gab, get onto letsbefree.com, which is actually a New Zealand initiative. And I've tried MeWe. I've given up on MeWe. I've actually given up on BitChute, although I will try and load this video again on BitChute. I'll have a second attempt. I'm now on Rumble, and may actually go to brand new Tube. But anyway, folks, just wanted to put this word out there. It's exciting times. We've got these 6 countries that are in free fall. Parliaments and senior politicians are in free fall mode, jumping ship, and we can expect to see something happening here soon, within weeks, I fully expect. I predicted earlier that we would see Jacinda pulled from her office sometime between April and June. That may now happen earlier, which would be fine with me. I'd be happy for her to resign any day. But we'll see what the timing of that is. And I obviously don't know all the details of the plan. I get certain information fed, and a lot of misinformation and disinformation is flowing around the internet at the moment. But certainly the good news that number of leaders, corrupt leaders around the world, are being taken down. So hooray for those, and roll on the takedown of the New Zealand corrupt politicians, and then the disclosure of what they've really been up to while you thought they were looking after us and being kind and caring towards us. So that's all from me just now, folks, just a quick one, and I look forward to updating you further in due course. Have a great day. Bye for now.